from the floor again because, I don't know, maybe we'll make this a thing. I have no idea. It kind of helps me to not feel as self-conscious and as worried about the way that I look because everyone looks stupid laying down. And if not, then don't tell me because I will be sad that I only look stupid and everyone else doesn't. We have the tiny mic as our guest for tonight. Not a lot of time has passed since I recorded the last video, that was 2 days ago today, but I just thought I could get this out of the way because if I want to post weekly, there ought to be something that I can do anytime. And frankly, I have some things on my mind to say right now, so I'm just gonna blast through them and be set for the next week. Because as I said, big project kicking my ass. Get out, muscular woman spotted, we cannot do this anymore. It's hard. But I want to get the word out there. I want people to know that I'm a living person right now and I did things and I wasn't just a concept in the big masses. Because frankly, since I moved to Tumblr, I feel like, oh god, the 6 notes and my drawings are embarrassing me a little bit. And it's not that I care, I mean I do care, obviously, but it's not a matter of feeling like I'm worthless, it's the matter of feeling like I am... Actually, yeah, it might be the feeling that I'm worthless, because if people don't like my art, then what good there is? I mean, there is good, you know there is good, and I know that there is good, but when I think about the fact that I'm a legal adult right now, and I've always wanted art to be my job, but now it's I don't know, AI is doing a thing, and it's not looking cute, that's for sure. Moving on from Instagram is kind of exacerbating that. Is that the word? Exacerbating? Exacerbating. Today I wrote a rather blog post. Because as I said, it matters to me more to just post and get the things that I have in my brain out into the world, rather than, I don't know, make sense. Because we ought to make some nonsense with our brains, because this isn't why it shouldn't. We have no idea why we evolved this way. I mean, we have kind of an idea, but the more we try to explain it, the more muddled it becomes, and we lose interest, because it's just you can be curious about trying to learn how in the hell you came to existence, but mostly it's futile, and you will be disappointed, and you will have 3 crises on the way there. So my solution to that is never mind it. Anywho, I wrote the blog post because June just started, and this February, I turned 18 yesterday. This isn't fun, and this isn't fun and games anymore. This is real life. This is what's happening. I felt a little bit like everything was out of my control, which frankly it is. But there are times where it's yay, everything's out of my control, and days where it's Today was one of those days, I think. I wrote that blog post, and one thing that I mentioned there is the fact that I'm doing a lot more things that I never even thought I was gonna do. And that brings me here. I don't have a job. It's not that, but it's a little bit, it's kind of out there, because I don't want to work. No one does. And that is a sentiment that I got from a reel that I saw today. Jesus Christ, I hate Instagram. I mean, it's a complicated relationship, okay? It is, because thanks to Instagram I discovered so many of my new favorite people, and it's gotten me out of so many freaking creative ruts. And Anna Laura art, God bless her soul, genuinely makes me remember why I want to do this in the first place. This being, currently I have no idea because I am scared to make art. I had an idea yesterday before bed. I had a vision because Pride month, and I have a lot of gay little ideas in my brain, okay? And I got this idea for a little comic, and in the morning when I woke up and tried to sit down, I just instantly I was instantly just floored, flat dead on the floor. I instantly got this feeling of if it's bad and I post somewhere, people are gonna hate me, people are gonna fucking hunt me down for sport and watch as I bleed out before their eyes. They're gonna watch and they're gonna laugh. Look at this fool who has some stories in her mind that are very personal, and she uses them just because she wants to make some cool stuff and also enjoys drawing. Whoa, what? This is absurd. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's absurd. And I've been thinking about it because it's like permeated throughout my entire day today. And I was just like thinking about, because I want to make art, but I am scared that if it's not of value, as in if it doesn't lead me anywhere, as in if I don't make a profit out of it, which to this point I kind of did. I did conventions, which burned me out as hell and made me like learn a lot of things about myself and selling art and making art to be sold, which I probably wouldn't have gotten if I didn't appear at 3 conventions, and now none of them want to reply to me. I am broke. I did that, and that kind of like I wouldn't say put me on the map, because I don't like any of the art that I actually sold there. I made a lot of it because like conventions are mostly like fan art based, and I made a lot of art that I was not happy with. It was a good learning experience, yeah, but it also like made me realize what I don't want to do. But then again, once I tried to do something personal, and that might just be like totally circumstantial, I made these like little notebooks that I was really hoping to sell, except the convention that I fucking tabled at with my dearest friend Floris, who I love so much, and it was so much fun. Except there was like maybe like 150 people attending, and so Floris got one. That's it. And I made one for V also, and that was it, and I have them laying around. And there are actually like pieces of art that I liked. I mean, I think they're good. They're not freaking, I don't know. They're not like the old house fan art that I hate because it looks so bad, and people are still blogging that shit, and I feel stupid to like delete it because so many people like recognize me from it. And the concept is kind of iconic. The quality? No, baby girl, no. And this is also new because I don't want to admit the fact that I made bad art in the past, or at least art that I cringe at now. Because there's people watching this who I really feel like I am going to lose after I like tell them that, oh look, I made you know, it's hard. I'm just trying to get over myself. That's the reason why I'm doing this. Maybe there's someone out there who feels the way that I do, because yeah, frankly, I kind of sold out for the sake of making art for conventions, but it made me come to terms with the fact that this isn't the avenue of art making that I want to pursue, but made me realize that I can make money from my art, because I made some freaking buck on those conventions last summer, and I am hoping to do this again, just like sell everything that I have left over, because there's a lot. There's 2 prints that I really like. There's Greg, and there's one of my OCs who actually was supposed to be in a comic that I was supposed to draw. I wasn't supposed to. I had the idea of drawing. I keep catching myself, like telling myself that, oh, I have to do this. I get to do a lot of things, and it depends like on me whether I want to do them. There's also like some things that I know that I want to do. Okay, tangent, irrelevant. Where I'm getting at is it made me realize that I can make money from art. Conventions they're not a stable income. Yeah. They're not a stable income, and now I'm kind of lost because what the hell else am I supposed to do? I don't want to also be like completely dependent on my art, although you could argue that like me starting a YouTube channel is kind of doing that, because I would love for this to be my job. We'll see about that, baby girl. And also one important thing about conventions is the fact that people went there mostly because they recognize me earlier, like from Instagram, and I had traction. Here I don't have any sort of traction. None at all. I'm starting from scratch. I was tired of feeling like this held me down, because I have 600 followers. That's not a lot. I used to have 1k, like 500 on my old account, which I left because A, that number intimidated me. B, I had so much shit on there that I did not want people to recognize me from. And C, I felt like I was dragging like a dead body behind because I had this account for so long. And so I made another one, and I grew it, and I actually grew on it like 3 times faster than I did on my old one because I posted better quality art, and I posted like a bit more consistently for a little bit, and then it don't look at the date of my last post, please. Instagram is doing its thing now, and I can't actually post consistently. Not if I'm making art, not if I'm drawing, because if I'm doing this, it's kind of chill. It's way less pressure, and it feels like I am not like juggling my entire self-worth and just knowing how to draw, because there are bad days and sometimes I can't make like the pretty thing I have in my mind, and I don't know where it's gonna lead me. Like, to me, being an artist professionally is just black magic. Like, how do you do that? And I would like to do that. I would like to like it enough to do it as my job, like full time. That would be so amazing. Except to do that, I first have to unlearn every single thing that I know of and like put into work, because I thought that was like the only way to get around. Putting in hard work, sitting down for 9 hours a day to draw, and then maybe make some profit. That is not it. That is not sustainable. That is not how professional artists actually work. And coming to terms with that is it's hard. I am supposed to like enroll in art school. I mean, I'm not supposed to. I am planning to, because it's kind of the only viable career option that I find for myself, and my parents really want me to go to a college and like get a degree, I guess. So I'm going to art school, hopefully, and I have to get my shit together. Are you in like a similar situation? What do you feel? What do you think about Instagram? Are you an artist? Please tell me you are, and please tell me you also struggle like me, because if not, I will be very sad. Even better if you're an artist and you love what you love, and if you love what you do, like, spill some secrets, because I'm not. You can read that blog post if you want. I tried to like I tried to pinpoint like all the things that I've done this year, and it did not make me feel better, because this year is like huge on learning. There's so much stuff I don't know yet, and one of those things is in fact making art and not feeling stupid when I draw something bad, because lo and behold, that's like part of it. I mean, it's not embarrassing, it's more like I'm scared that it's gonna ruin this like perception that people have of me. But like, was it there like to begin with? Like, was it good to begin with? If it does change for the better or for worse? Well, that's life. That's what's supposed to happen. We change all of that freaking time, so what does that change if you think about me differently after watching this? I don't know. Do you think I'll have do you think my head will be flat if I like keep doing these videos from the floor? My parents did not drop me as a child, but I feel like my skull is flat already. It's like, I don't know. My face is asymmetrical because I sleep on like one side of it. It's the right one, because it's the superior side to sleep on. Okay, I have exceeded my thought limit for today, I think. I'm just gonna cut you off. Okay, you can read my blog. I have so many cool it's cool. I write about stuff and I try to make it readable, and it's not always. Sometimes it's very short, but it's mine, and it's I feel okay. Actually, I mean, you can. It's purple. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.